Okay, Mary. So what I've done is I've made a copy of that row. So this one. So you can see I've done Mary's original row, which we'll unname once we've done it. And I'm going to redo your row. Hopefully this will work. So basically you can see here, all the padding is out. We don't want this so close to the edge. We want to have like about 30 by 30 in padding, pretty much like what you've done here. So the way for us to do that is if we go to row options, style, and you can see all your paddings in here. Now here you've got your tablet, here you've got your mobile. Now I'm only going to go and check this on a mobile. So I'm going to pop in 30px in padding. Save that, go back to my front end, give it a refresh, click the little mobile icon up here, and then go down to my row. Can you see now I've got my right padding? And it's even done yours because it's done a copy, which is fine. So then if I go up here, I want to change this image, which is, and I would call it icon plus image. Now, the one thing you can do, rather than doing an image, if you go to add new add-on and go down to icon, and let's put down a plus, you'll see we've got the icon plus done. So if we change this to 36, and then change the color to white, do a little refresh. I've got an icon plus button and it's there. Now, obviously you're going to want that to go to the left. Now I would definitely do this with icons, to be fair. So to get that to go to the left of the about, you have to go in and change the way these columns are set up. Now let's make this bigger. See what that looks like. Refresh again. So that looks a bit better now, it's bigger. So we've got our about you. Now it doesn't need to be that big on a mobile. So the way you would do it is you go to column options, go to responsive, go down to mobile layout and make that column 2. And then what I would do, because you want this next to it, I'd go to about you, column options, responsive, and make that 10. Now the reason why you do that is because the columns have always got to add up to 12. So you could do 6 and 6, 4 and 8, whatever you want to do. So let's see what that looks like when I refresh it. Go back to about you. Click my mobile. Oh, let's put it up there. So this is what I mean. I've got to go and have a look and see what you've done. Let me just disable that icon. Go and refresh. Down to what you've done. Okay, so let's go and see what you've done with this. Size 55 is fine. So we've got a margin at the top. Let's get rid of all your margins. Actually, no, don't. Sorry, that's going to mess up your, it's going to mess up the wrong bit. So let's go in and have a look at the mobile you've done. So you would never do minuses. That's something you can't do. So let's get rid of that in our mobile. And you've put, so these boxes work out. This is the top padding. This is the right padding. This is the bottom padding. And this is the left padding. I never understand why, because you'd think this was right because it's to the right. You think, oh, sorry, you think this was left because it's to the left. Let's just get rid of your padding in there for the time being. A save, give it a little refresh. Let's go down to about you again. See, so we're getting there. So basically on a mobile, we're going to want this to move down. And you might want to put a little bit of padding or make it so it's not so close together. A bit like this, but to be fair, I wouldn't worry. I would leave it how it is. So basically this just needs to come down slightly. So let's go back to this icon. And let's put some padding to the top of here. Let's try 15px. And do this. It's not px. We'll just copy that across. See what that looks like now. See, it's looking better. And so where he's got, it's okay, it's not a typo. You are what matters here. Right, okay, fine. So how's he done it? It's okay, it's not a typo. So there's got to be a lot, well, we know there's a lot of padding above this when it comes to a desktop. But I'm going to let you play around with the desktop. And my mouse has died. Brilliant. Okay, take the board right up with the mat. Give me a second. Wicked. Right, so I'm back with a mouse. Perfect. Like I said, I'm only going to play around with this on a mobile, so I'm going to let you, until your heart's content, go and play with the desktop and stuff. So this is looking fine, and I'm quite happy with this because it stacks, and that's what you want it to do on a mobile. Everything goes from top to bottom. The only thing I'd say about here, not totally happy that we haven't got enough padding. So let's go see why we've got padding on that side, because you've done minuses again, so you don't want minuses. So if you wanted to on a mobile, let's see what 70 would do, and we can get rid of the padding on the right because we're not worried about padding on the right. Right, there you go. So that's sort of lined up really nicely now. And then you've got your little stars. Happy with the image because the image is fine. It can stay like that. So that's all looking pretty tickety-boo. What I would say is with here, I would change this like this. Let's do 4 plus 4 plus 12 plus 6 plus 6. Generate. So let's move that image up there where it was before. That image to the left. That image to the left. And now you've got all of these. Now you don't need all these empty spaces. What I would do, if you're wanting to get it the way you've got it, I'd put in add new row, and I would manage columns to be 2 plus 10 and pop your image in there and then your wording in there. And I would copy this row, go back to the top, add new row, paste the row, and then change this image to whichever image you want to go in there. If you want to put in web design, for argument's sake, just drag web design in. Now this would be if we did a save, so you can see what I'm on about. If we go up to here and do about you and make it mobile, go down to my row. See, everything is like crossing over and it shouldn't be. But currently, we're starting to make this look a little bit better, she says. But it's because you've put so much padding in. So if I do, let's do branding. Let's just play with branding for the time being. So we've got the title branding, perfect. And you don't want to force any of this. So, okay, so that's fine. Let's check that we haven't got like loads and loads of returns or anything under here. Yes, you did. So I've got rid of any empty spaces below this because you don't need it. Then if I go to the top, right, so we've got all these minuses again. We don't want that. So, and on the mobile, we don't want that. So let's get rid of all of this for the time being. And let's go see how that's made the branding section look. Right, so it's screwed up on a desktop, but that's, I'm not going to stress about it. It does need tidying up. It's been very forced, if that makes sense, but I'm happy to build a row for you and then you could copy and paste and start it again. So you can see here on a mobile, it's doing exactly what I want it to do. So what I want on a mobile is, let's go back into this image. Go to here. Don't want any minuses, but I am going to want 30 below that. And what I do want is image center, so that's perfect. Let's see what it does to it now. Right. You can see that my figure is there, but what I think we should do is, how about I build a row for you, and then you can go and copy and paste those rows, maybe on a new, fresh homepage. I know it's going to take a little bit out of your time. If I get one row exactly right for you like this, then you can go in and change bits and pieces. But what we've identified is you're doing lots of minuses, etc., and that's not the way to do it. So just send me a message. I'm going to send you this link on WhatsApp. Send me a message and let me know if you'd like me to do that, because I'm more than happy. I'll speak to you later.